g'day tubes, how's she hanging? Pretty good here. Finally, an RC, something to do RC video for you guys. Holy, it's been a lot of years, hasn't it? But the channel's name is BILLSTMAXX, but anyways, this isn't T-Max related sort of stuff, but it is nitro powered stuff. And here we have the old K5.9 big block. If you remember this, we tore it apart. Oh man. 4 years ago. And it needed a cleaning and I just never got to it, and it sat on my bench for like a year and then shoot it off in a box for a year. Whoops. But anyways, we have got her cleaned. I do need a new gasket here, but I think it should be okay, because I don't think this thing's ever going to really run again, because honestly I don't have any nitro. Well, I do, but it's like 7 years old. It's probably no good now. So the oil's probably broke down in it. So, but anyways, this is the K5.9 Hpi K5.9 big block engine. It's a freaking beast, this thing. It was really hard on fuel, but she was pretty sweet. But anyways, the carburetor was solid. It's now moving and moving, which is good. Everything's been kind of lubed up with a bit of WD Specialist silicone lubricant. So that's good. Everything's pretty much ready to go back together. And yeah, we've got her, you know, stripped right down. I've got the crankshaft in here right now. And it needs to, there we go, shove back in. But I want to take this apart for a second here. What screw is this one now? Not quite. Probably that guy. I wanted to look inside of here again. Show you something that was interesting. My fingers will work for me. So I think they rate this at like 3.5 horsepower, something around there. Okay, so that should flop right out. Okay, so inside here you can see a ball bearing, and on the other side, the clutch side here, is just a regular sealed roller bearing. This bearing in here was absolutely solid, and now it's hard to show you that, but it's rolling better anyways. It's nice and smooth now, so that's a one good thing. So we're going to put this guy in. Spins pretty nice now. Sweet. I've got my schematic here too, because it's been so long I kind of forget where everything went. So we're going to be following that. And we've got a box, all the miscellaneous parts and pieces, and you know, the starter mechanism and stuff there. Muffler, that's off the Hyper 7. That's what I put this thing on. Air filter, I didn't clean it, but I should. Clutch bell, probably just give that a little wipe. That's the actual head there that goes on with the little dimply guys right up front. Not quite ready for that yet though. What else do we need in here? We're going to need this. And probably a couple other little things in here too. There's the head gaskets. Probably should reuse, or not reuse those. That's for the exhaust. That little cone thing we're going to need. Little cone guy. Oh, we're going to need this. And I see some parts got a little bit mixed up here. And piece of string, we don't really need that in there. And boy oh boy, I hope I got a spot for all these things. And getting this clutch together again might suck. I actually seem to be missing a spring off one there, and that's not good. Hopefully it's here in the box somewhere. Uh-oh. We're missing a clutch spring. That's not a good thing. Uh-oh, because now I have no clue where it would have gone. It's not in those little towels, so that's not good. So yes, she won't probably run again, but we can at least put her back together. Oh, crap. I didn't just pull it out with something else by chance, did I? How on earth would that have come? Oh, I see it just sort of fall out. Because it's supposed to go on... I'm missing the flywheel too, and oh, no, it's not in there. I'm trying to get reconfigured with all these parts now, but I think I'm missing... For some reason, I had this down at my garage, and this all went through the sonic cleaner. And I think I am missing the flywheel. And it's probably down there on my bench. So maybe the other piece is too. I'll just maybe run down, see what I can find. Maybe it's down there. Oh, never mind. I think I found it. I remember now. I put everything else, all the smaller parts, because I don't have the piston either. It's all in here. So there's your flywheel. There's your cylinder. And there's your piston connecting rod. But I am still short a whatchamacallit for that guy. So that's not good. I doubt it's down there on the bench, but maybe just whip down and check anyways. And if not, well, we can just kind of slap her back together, and you know, like I say, it probably won't run again. I wanted to fire it up, but I got two things working against me. I got really old nitro, and I've got missing a spring here by the looks of things now, so that's not good. Darn it. Me no find, but on my parts breakdown they do have a part number 86391. And there they are. They're apparently aluminum, but these don't feel like they're aluminum. Maybe they are. I don't think so. They're like the carbon stuff. I think that's a heavy duty upgrade. That's weird because these are like a fibery kind of thing, where stock, I guess. But that's the number that they give you. So, but anywho, I couldn't find it, so it doesn't. Not a huge big deal, because if I ever come across any, I can just pull that clutch off there again and slap new ones on, as it's like the last thing to go on, right? So it's not really too bad. So okay, so rebuild time. I'm gonna maybe put you down over here or something and try to keep it in the frame for you. Okay, so we got this guy. I'm just gonna give this another little spray. Normally that's lubricated by the oil and the nitro. Probably should give this guy a little spray as well, because if it's in there naked, it'll probably go rusty. It already had started to go a little rusty, so. Okay, we want to orientate the pin to the top, because you have to get the piston in first. And I just can't remember off the top of my head is the right way to go, because it is a skirted piston and it has a cutout on one side. So let me just pull up the diagram. We'll put her back together as if it was going to run. That one should do. Okay, so it looks like they want it to go that way, and then the front of the connecting rod has the two little tab, sort of hard to show you, tab thingies on it. So I'm just going to give the wrist pin a bit of a shot. That should just slide down in, right down in on top there for now. And we got to try to get, this is the hard part, trying to get this pin lined up and show you guys too. And get it lined up so it doesn't bind either. Oop, that didn't work. tiny hands. Should go on, but it's just, there we go. Just had to give her a little bit of a push. Okay, I might get you guys up a little higher for the rest of it here, because I just don't think it's decent enough there, but you might not get in as close. Okay, so now the cylinder needs to go on next, and I'm just going to give it a little shot. This stuff, I guess, it's pretty good stuff. I don't know, first time using it, so I'm just hoping it lasts a bit longer. Okay, so cylinder orientation. There is a little pin on the front, and there's a little pin on the front of the block here. So that's got to kind of line up to that. And then you got to try to get your piston centered as well. And as we're going down with that, we got to push the piston down, because you get into the pinch here, which I think I might have already got into, darn it. So we got to put this guy on. Use our nut driver to pull that guy down. Get this other little pin lined up. I need a little tiny something to poke this little pin. It's an alignment pin. There we go. Down to the bottom dead. Okay, now that little pin for some reason stayed up, so we'll just tap him in. That's how you push your piston out, your cylinder out, if it was not wore right out. You just turn this and it would push, see that back up again? There's a little bit of a pinch there still, but not a whole lot. So there we go, that's put back together. Alright, we will probably work on the front now, which I'm a little not sure about. That's all this part here, and inside here there's a one-way bearing, and it's all been lubed up with the same stuff, but I'm not sure if you're supposed to lube them a whole lot, because you do want it to grab onto that shaft. But I've actually had to replace this once, and it was bloody expensive. That's sort of why I got out of the nitro stuff. But so what happens here is, where's the other part here? I'm looking for. No, I guess that's it. Okay, so what happens here is our starter goes in the back into this little thing, this dog bone thing here, and that might work. And that spins, which spins the engine over, but as soon as the engine catches, it bypasses and it spins freely the other way. So whenever your engine's running, this thing's screaming too, but it doesn't turn the rest of this mechanism because it's overrunning it, right? So I can see why that bearing would wear out pretty quick, because it's always spinning in there. So I wasn't really liking that. That should almost have a bit more of an oil, like a thicker oil in there maybe, but I don't know. I'm not too sure on that. So, but anyways, we got to take this off. Now if you're going to have a pull start, it would go right onto here and then you'd with it. So, but this is the electric start system inside of here. There is, if I can get it off, just some gears basically. Nothing too exciting in there, and I did spray them. Maybe I'll give them another shot. Another shot. That can go on. Okay, and then this is the little shaft that goes through into the bearing here. So all that comes off, and then that comes out, and that's your little shaft. So I don't think they're supposed to be dry, but I did kind of oil them up with that stuff. So I don't know. So, orientation, the little tabby thing goes up. Now this has to lock into where the connecting rod and the shaft is. So we'll try to get that down there. Something like that, but something just doesn't feel quite right. Oh, there is a little washer that's supposed to go in there. Supposed to go between there and there. I think it is one of these little guys here. No, not that one. Must be this bigger one here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay. Let's try doing it this way, maybe. That lined up in there. That guy lined up in there. I think I've got to squeeze that together with the... there. You see how that's locking on there, and then it would free spin. Okay, so we'll line up the bolt holes, and I'm hoping that this... There we go. Whew, that's better. Pretty good. And I think it's these fellers here, just the shorties. So they can go in. Just finger tight them first, like without cranking them on. And then we'll torque them down to 29 foot-pounds. 29 inch-pounds. No, I don't know. I'm just cranking them in. Like I say, it's probably not going to ever run again, but I don't really want to put money into this engine. I mean, it hasn't really had that much running. I got it, I think, brand new. And the Hyper 7 buggy, the engine sort of got crappy in it because they weren't the greatest. So I bought this guy off eBay, I think, and put it on. And ooh, mama, ate up the tank of fuel pretty fast. I'll do a little comparison for you here. So that piston, and I got another one here to show you. Okay, so we got this guy, which is a 5.9, and then this is a piston from a 3.3 T-Max. Yeah, quite a bit smaller. And the T-Max engine sucked big time. This one was running nice and rich and everything, and you can see there's no pinch left in that. It just goes right through. It should stop about there and then get really tight and then fire back down, right? But it's wore out. The piston's probably usable still, but that cylinder's junk, so not good. Not good. The 3.3 TRXs, I think they were. 3.3s were garbage. I put an OS 21 TM on mine and never had a problem since, except show you something with that a little bit after, which we might have to do all this process again with that engine. Okay, so that's good. We can put this guy back on. I think it goes that way, if I'm right. Yes, looks like it's that way. Okay. Oh, I got my screwdriver. Hang on, I'll be back. So that's probably smaller. I wish I could fire this up for you. This would be awesome. But I guess it could fire up, but the clutch will just explode out of it. Probably not a good idea to run it with one spring gone. Man, I wish I knew where that was. And it's not on my table. It might have fallen on the floor. I'll look around maybe for it, but kind of doubt I'll come up with anything. Plus, I got another problem too. The battery I had for this thing with the old Tamiya connector for the starter, battery's junk now. So okay, so that's good. That is done. Kind of want to get this off here again. So put that in back together. Okay. I guess we can work on the top end now. So we've got the head, and I need where's that? Oh man! Oh great! One's 30 thousandths of a millimeter. The other one's 15 thousandths of a millimeter. And well, I can see that. That's pretty easy. So the 15 goes on top, and the 30 goes on the bottom. Now, didn't really clean these up too well. They probably should be. Ooh, that's thin. Okay, now this is going to be the fun part. Now, I also need... oh, it's in the head. Whew, that's right. I was going to say, I need bolts for it, but they're in there. And, it looks like they put the HPI Racing at the front. Nope, sorry. Yes, this way, to the front of the engine. So she should go on this way. Okay. So, I can do this now. 30 mil and then the 15 mil. These have to kind of stay there. Oh, this is going to maybe suck. Hopefully these are alright. Okay. And the little dots, there's two little dots there, they need to go to the front. Oh, I messed it up already. I messed it up. This is very fine work. Don't know if those will stay on there or not. Not too bad in there. I can just probably poke something really small down there just to kind of align them a bit. And that should do. Okay, now we just gotta get this guy. That's the actual cooling head. That's a big chunk of aluminum on its own. Tape. And we'll go down the top here. What the heck? Oh, geez. That's better, maybe. Why are those not going in for me, though? Maybe they're bigger size. They might be that size. That's probably why I'm having problems. That feels better. Although, something is still not right. Ugh. Something is still not right. Well, it's going in. Come on, you turd, get in there. Yeah. We're good. At least I think we're good. Kind of dark down there, it's hard to see what the crap's going on. Yeah, that nitro's pretty old. I don't think it's a good idea to run it. Plus, then if I did run it, I would have to take all this apart again and re-lube everything, clean everything out again, because it seems to be that nitro. After you've ran something, I even used to run the after-run oil through it, and it's still like, I don't know, gums up, and I'll show you why after. on the poor old T-Max. I just gave it a pull the other day, and it's darn near seized right up. Okay, not too bad. So now we can work on clutch end here. And I just got to see what I need. I think that's the other picture. Just bear with me, I'm looking through for the clutch end assembly stuff here. That's that end we just did. That's the cylinder head. Must be down here more. No, there's the starter. The parts. What the heck? I just want to see what orientation all the little washers and stuff are supposed to go in. That's interesting. Well, give me a sec. I'll look through this a bit closer here. Right, found her already. I was looking at that before, remember? Okay, so first we need the little cone. He goes on there, and that gives you the... ooh, I don't remember that being so tight. There. That gives you the little profile for the wedgie guy thing for the flywheel. Okay, and then the flywheel can go on. Probably just need to leave that underneath. Okay, so flywheel. And then, yeah, that nut goes on. And there's actually a flywheel holding tool, but I don't have one, so that goes on. And our clutches would go on next. And I think that would be a nightmare putting these on. They're supposed to go on this way. And I can't exactly remember how they orientate, but I think this has to get... oh, I don't remember now. That goes there. Need to make a spring on that, so I think that has to go up above here somehow. Probably end up breaking these things putting these on, but ow, we're breaking myself. Yeah, so that'll spring out when you. So that yeah, so that little nut has a little bevelly kind of thingy in there, and that's where that little spring sits down inside there. So you have to slap all three of them on like that, and of course I'm only not missing one. So getting the next one on will suck. Oh, it's not too bad because of that little... Oh, that's actually pretty good. That washer's got a bevel to it too, so it just kind of down on. So, well, that kind of sucks about that. You know, that really sucks. I'm just going to have a quick look around on my floor here. I highly doubt I'll come up with it because I had to clean this table right off. I don't remember seeing that, so who knows. But I'll have a quick look here. Darn it, couldn't come up with it, so I don't know. It might have ended up in my vacuum. I don't know. So I don't know whether to just put this on, just let it flop around in there, or not put it on, but I think I'll put it on now so at least I know where it is. Okay, so now that goes on, and there should be already bearings in that bell clutch housing thingy guy. There is supposed to be a washer in there. For some weird reason they want a washer in there, but okay. And I don't know why I've got two little washers left. I don't remember seeing them go anywhere, so I wish I had a clutch spring thing for it, but... And I guess... Oh, I think my one bearing fell out, darn it. Geez, and I pulled the other washer off. Oh man, in rough luck here. pretty good. Maybe I had both washers on there. I just don't really remember now. It doesn't really show that in the diagram, but and the final bolt, I believe, was this one. It's got a little locking guy on it. If it threads in, I guess we'll... Sure does. Stuff him in there. Now, I got my starter here, as you see, the old roto start. And, geez, we're done. Sweet. Oh crap, I forgot to put the piston and cylinder in. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. That's out of the 3.3. Remember, wore out. Yeah, so I got the rotor starter here. I'm just juicing the battery. It hasn't been charged in, probably 5 years. So it's probably going to either explode on my counter over there, or it's going to charge up and be alright. But there we go. 5.9 is rebuilt. And I don't think I got that flywheel nut on there enough. Doesn't look quite right to me. That looks like that should have gone in more. Doesn't seem to want to go anymore though, but need a holder for it. That would probably spin on there, but yeah, some pretty good pinch there still. Well, we'll see if this battery will charge up, and we'll just try cranking it over. Ooh, that's not good. It hasn't charged for 5 years and it's already done. It's a nickel metal battery too. I'm gonna go see what it's done there. Well, I'm gonna give this battery a try. It's probably dead, I'm sure. This was never a really good setup of these things. No way. That's not even possible. This thing sat for like 18 years. Well, keep forgetting which way this goes. It goes like that. This is not going to crank over long enough, I don't think. This is going to drag it down pretty good. Let's see, is she going to crank over? Are you freaking kidding me? That's actually cranking it really well. That's not even possible. Wow. This battery has sat like for 5 years or more and not been charged. Holy go Orion. Nice. And it's been used like a lot in slashes and stuff in this thing, and wow, I thought it would have been screwed, but geez, it didn't take much charge. It was ready to rock. Go Orion, Team Orion. Ooh, sweet. Let's try that again. Now I want to start it up. You just hear the power in that thing. It's just cranking it. And it's such a cool engine though. It's like when it starts, like you hear this like this, and all of a sudden it takes right off. It's awesome. Can't believe that. That is freaking fantastic. There's lots of pinch left in that, so you know what? I'm really wanting to get some nitro. I do have some. I'll go grab it, and I'll grab the T-Max. Let me just clean up the area here a little bit. Alright, there is one of the old Bill's T-Max. That's got the OS21TM engine in it. Really good engine, except, of course, the last time I ran it, I ran after run oil in it, but now it's like holy crap. It has gone all seized up inside. That should pull really easy. I don't want to whip it too hard because that cord's pretty thin. So that engine needs to come apart. That'll be our next project. I think I've had it apart a couple of times for this reason. So hopefully this stuff here will preserve a little longer. And hopefully it keeps it from rusting. But I guess you get condensation in these, and you know, you should probably leave it where the piston's closed. Which is unfortunately at the top there, but that's about closed there. Yeah, but we won't be getting to that today. That is definitely not in good shape. Darn it. Good little truck too. And this one we might get running again, you know, fired up. I got some nitro here. This is the stuff we used to run. Sidewinder, 12% oil, 20% nitro, I presume that's what that means. I can't really remember now. And it was $13.95 for a gallon. No, that's not a gallon. A quart, almost a whole liter. So, but it's, oof, I don't know. The oil might be compromised in that now. I don't know how long the shelf life is on that stuff. Maybe you guys know. I also got a jug of this, which I haven't opened yet, but when I did buy this, and this one is the Byron's race fuel. I wanted to try it, and I never did. And it is the same. It's half a gallon, 20% nitromethane, 12% lubrication, and that at that time was $25.99. I bet you now it's, if you can even buy it, it's probably about 40 bucks for that now. But I got that stuff we could use. But maybe we'll see if this old crap will run in it still. I don't know. I should open it and see if it still smells nitro-y. And these stupid lid thingies on here, which maybe is the saving grace for these things, but they're a nightmare to get out. Actually, I just got some on my finger there and it felt kind of airy. You know, like lighter than air kind of stuff. It does kind of evaporate pretty quick. Yeah, I'm getting some on me there. It doesn't smell too bad, but I don't know if I'd want to run that or not. I think I better get some fresher stuff. Maybe this Byron stuff is better. I don't know. At least I don't think I've been into it. I just can't remember. Yeah, it's still factory sealed there, so that might be alright still. They say it gets moisture in it though. You get moisture, I guess it goes through the bottle and you get moisture in it. I don't really believe that, but I don't know, maybe it does. But that's something we can try one of these days, and I don't know if I want to do that to that engine or not. Or maybe we'll just run the TMAXX here and at least I can run it. But anyways, I guess that's it for today. Thanks again for watching. This guy will be our next project, Bill's TMAXX. Look at that, eh? Sweet. And tear that engine off, and it's basically the same principle inside there. It's just a little smaller. And yeah, it should all come apart good. I'm pretty sure I have had it apart because I see the flywheel little nib thingies on it there. I've got a little bit of mush to it, so I've probably put a pair of channel locks on there and then off, you know. So, but we'll get that going. This guy always seemed to run pretty good. These OSTMs were pretty darn good engines. I seen a guy, a buddy of mine there, he had one of these on his Revo, sorry, way back then, in the nitro days. And oh man, he just beat that thing to snot, and it still kept going. It was rattling and banging and everything. It was still running. Couldn't believe it. So, but yeah, we gotta address that. Holy cow! Ugh, that's not good. It's not good. So probably the bearings inside. The internal bearings probably all gummed up, and this just needs a clean. So, but the this ultrasonic cleaner worked really well. This thing was almost unrecognizable, and it, you know, I had for some reason I glued up around here. I thought it was leaking air around the carburetor, but it pretty much cleaned all that off. Not this side so much, but you know, it did well. So, but anyways, there we go. RC video for you guys. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks again for watching. We'll get into this guy next probably. And have a good one. We'll catch you later.